If you get a chance to change your life, grab it with both hands.
The tennis court holds many secrets, and today we're diving into one. Join us as we explore the ups and downs of Nick Kyrgios' mental health journey, a tale that goes beyond the baseline. By the way, have you ever heard of the tweener shot? Watch till the end to find out why many tennis players are scared to attempt it. And as always, if this video serves up some tennis joy, volley that like button and backhand a subscribe for more ace-worthy tennis content like this. More than 90% of you amazing spectators aren't subscribed yet, so give it a click and let's get you on our tennis-loving team. Let's turn back the clock to 2019, where we find a disheartened Kyrgios following a crushing defeat to Rafael Nadal in the Wimbledon tournament. Picture this. The bright lights of the stadium have dimmed, the cheers and applause are a mere echo, but the weight of unmet expectations clings onto our star heavier than his tennis racket. Nick Kyrgios himself said on the Netflix documentary series Breakpoint, which shows a behind-the-scenes look at the lives of top tennis players as they travel across the world, "I was genuinely contemplating suicide. I lost at Wimbledon to Rafael Nadal. I woke up and my dad was sitting on the bed, full-blown crying. That was the big wake-up call for me. I was like, okay, I can't keep doing this. I ended up in a psych ward in London to figure out my problems. I was drinking, abusing drugs, lost my relationship with my family, pushed all my close friends away. You could tell I was hurting. That pressure, having that all eyes on you expectation, I couldn't deal with it. I hated the kind of person I was." Tennis can be a lonely game. Even for top players like Nick Kyrgios, it's not easy. He says, "Tennis is an extremely lonely sport. That's what I struggle with the most." These tennis players may be the next big stars, but they're more rivals than friends. They talk to the camera, not to each other. Even the great Andre Agassi once said, "I play tennis for a living even though I hate tennis." He found it lonely and repetitive. Money is another issue. The best players take most of the prize money, leaving little for the rest. Those outside the top 100 barely make enough to live on. Kyrgios also has an array of personal struggles. His mother, Norleila, says, "I worry about him every day. He's been through some really horrid times." But you see, our Aussie star is a fighter. He doesn't just serve aces on the court, he serves them in life too. February of the previous year saw him take a bold leap, addressing his struggles publicly and illuminating the often overlooked path of mental health in sports. And boy, did he serve it with self-confidence.
Penalty, Mr. Kyrgios.
A photograph from the Australian Open had revealed the self-harm marks on his arm, prompting a flurry of whispers and gasps. But Kyrgios, he rose above the murmurs and showcased his journey towards recovery, expressing pride in his fight, a newfound zest for life, and an urge for his followers to cherish every moment. A truly heartwarming display of courage and resilience, wouldn't you agree? Yet, like a relentless opponent, life held another challenge his way.
Yeah, look, I guess I feel great now. Obviously a bit, it's hard because I'm putting so much expectation on myself, but compared to that time, I'm feeling a lot better.
A long-term knee injury that saw him benched for 7 long months. Now that's a rather lengthy rain delay, isn't it? His return on the Stuttgart turf against China's Yibing Wu unfortunately resulted in a loss, a 7-5, 6-3 scoreline that echoed the rusty cogs in his tennis machine. Despite his serve, a fiery comet on the court, he was visibly troubled by his knee. If you've watched the match, You'd remember the pain etched in his words during the changeover. I feel my knee every point. I can't walk without pain. But even amid the storm, he had his rainbow of optimism, saying, "Be patient with me, my fans, please. It's a process to get back to where I was." That, dear tennis fiends, is the very spirit that champions are made of. Now, the grass courts are calling once more, and the stage is set for Wimbledon 2023. There's a rustle of uncertainty, however, flitting through the air, what with the lingering question marks about Kyrgios' fitness level post his knee injury. As the 2022 Wimbledon runner-up, all eyes are on him, and yet the man himself remains a mystery wrapped in an enigma. Will he conquer the court or fall to his physical limitations? That's the million-dollar question. Despite the uncertainty, the tennis terrain isn't devoid of Aussies, 19 of them to be precise, set to compete in either the qualifying rounds or the main draw in the men's and women's singles. Folks, it's no small feat the number of hurdles Nick Kyrgios has had to jump. Just like a tennis ball lobbed high, he's been through the highs and lows, facing his mental health battles head on, grappling with a knee injury that yanked him off the courts for 7 months, and yet he keeps bouncing back. The anticipation hangs heavy in the air.
15 up. And they'll start the fourth in style.
Mirroring the hopes and fears that Kyrgios himself must be feeling. Or will the lingering questions over his fitness level prove to be his downfall? As the story of Nick Kyrgios continues to unfold, we'll be here, bringing you every twist and turn, every serve and volley, every triumph and defeat. So keep those eyes glued to our channel, and remember, it's not just about the destination. Before we wrap up this fascinating tale of perseverance, let's revisit the trivia we started with. Nick Kyrgios' tweener shot. This isn't your granny's safe and steady forehand. Oh no. This is tennis's version of juggling chainsaws while blindfolded on a unicycle. You see, Kyrgios decided that plain old front-facing tennis was just too mundane. So he added a pinch of pizzazz with the tweener. What's that, you ask? Well, imagine hitting a tennis ball with your back to the net through your legs. Sounds as easy as riding a bicycle backwards up Mount Everest, right? Now, you might be thinking, I could do that.
Cheeky.
But hold your horses, cowboy. Only a handful of pro players dare to regularly attempt this shot. In fact, the tweener club might just be more exclusive than a golf club on Mars. As for when our daredevil decided to master the stunt, he's been at it since his junior days. Yes, while we were all mastering the art of not tripping over our own shoelaces, young Kyrgios was busy practicing shots that make Cirque du Soleil performers look like amateurs. Of course, with great power comes great failure potential. One wrong move and it's game over. A botched tweener can lead to losing a point, a game, or even a match. Not to mention the potential of turning yourself into a pretzel if you twist the wrong way. But when it works, oh boy, it's as satisfying as a perfectly toasted marshmallow. It can leave opponents gawking and spectators hooting. And at the end of the day, isn't that what we love about Nick Kyrgios? He's the spice in our tennis soup, the thrill in our game, and the tweener king of the court. So next time you tune in to a Kyrgios match, grab some popcorn, because you're in for one heck of a show. And that, my friends, is game, set, and match for this episode of Glam Slam Tennis. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action and what we have in store. Until next time, stay fabulous and ace those serves.